We have announced already a partnership with Microsoft. We've been doing work on hybrid cloud offers into Azure. We announced support for Azure Stack over a year ago, and our teams have been working on that technology. We're doing security work together. And by definition, when we say multi-cloud, you can assume that we are working on enabling our customers to deliver security and policy from their private infrastructure into any cloud that they choose. So you can assume that we're going to enable that across any public cloud, any SaaS provider, as well as extending the network out to the edge with this massive influx of IoT devices that our customers are seeing. So we are going to engage on all fronts.
Hey, Chuck, I always hate to go macro on you, but just forgive me this one time. It's been such a crazy week with the market obsessed with emerging markets and dollar-denominated debt. I know it's early, but just shine a light on it from your point of view, and does it make the current quarter guidance any cloudier than it otherwise might have been?
Well, Carl, I'd be shocked if you didn't go there. So look, right now, if you look at the things that are going on around the world, even in the last few weeks, we certainly see the strengthening dollar, which typically leads to some stress in emerging countries. We've seen what's going on in Turkey. We've seen over the last few quarters what happened in Argentina. We've got the trade dynamics going on a global basis right now. So there are issues out there that we're watching very carefully, and that certainly we're not immune to. But based on what we know today and what we see in our business, we called what we felt for next quarter from a guidance perspective, and we're just proud of what our teams have done.
All right, Chuck, we know, you and I know, we're looking for, say, long-term dynasties, kind of like the Eagles versus the setting dynasties of the Falcons. I want to just mention, the Wall Street Journal writes, over the longer term, Cisco will remain challenged by the mature nature of its largest businesses. How do you respond to that?
Well, I think that same article was written a few years ago as well. So we've made a lot of progress. We've brought innovation back into the core network with software subscriptions that are, renewable over time. I think we're introducing more predictability into our business model. So I would say, much like the resurgent Falcons, or maybe even the resurgent 49ers, I'm very confident in the role that we're going to play with our customers in the future, Jim.
Look, we do have a home opener. One last question. We do have a lot of noise in the background. 5G was the theme on the call. 5G is just beginning. To me, that says that Cisco's run could just be beginning. What do you think of that analysis?
Well, Jim, when you think about 5G, the promise of 5G is to create significant high-speed connections at the edge of the service provider network, which in turn just logically requires a great deal more capacity in the core of their networks, which is where we play. So we've been having discussions, I've talked about it, starting at Mobile World with these large customers around the world relative to how their networks will evolve to accommodate all this traffic that they're going to see coming on their networks. And so we think that's going to be a nice growth opportunity for us. I have said that we're in the early stages of discussions, and customers will begin to deploy at various states, but it will definitely be a significant upgrade cycle with the service providers over the next few years.